example of a piece of positive or negative feedback that you received from a teacher or a parent or somebody, and how it has affected how you see life.
Story about me and my sister. So we were learning English together, and when I was around 2nd grade or something.
2nd grade.
And so my sister's English ability is better than me. So my teacher would love to say, "You're not as good as your sister," and so my mom said that I'm not confident. So that's why I moved to other school.
Okay. As an educator, I would say that's a terrible thing to say to a student. I think I have never told you guys you're not as good as somebody else. I will only tell you you're not as good as you need to be. So this made you less confident in everything or just in English?
Learning, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he just said that. I just remember something. Yeah. So my parents, they compare me to everyone else. So since I was young, and so now till this day, maybe not till this day, but I become competitive about things that probably don't matter. I keep on wanting to fight everybody. I become very competitive and I guess insecure when being compared to others. And also, even often say I'm useless. And I think that makes me insecure about just myself. It seems like I'm insecure about my looks. Because whenever people give me positive feedbacks, even if it's about my work, for some reason I just start to think, oh, I look better now. It's kind of weird, but when I don't know how to say it, but I think it affects me as a person.
It affects how you see things?
Yeah. Everything becomes it's like I'll rate different things. Like, for example, maybe who's smarter, maybe he's like a 10, like a 5. And who looks better, like who's stronger, taller, and all that.
Okay, so you think about things through this lens.
Yeah,
how has it affected your life though?
I think it makes me way too self-conscious about many different things. Because a lot of things I notice about myself, people don't even notice. I think it's become, I think it's genuinely bad for me. I even worry about the width of my neck. I know it's weird, but yeah. So it's just
Have you gotten a thing to measure the width? You should learn the cylinder equation, the volume of a cylinder. Have you applied that calculation?
I was just worried about the ratio, but that's besides the point. I think it makes me way too self-conscious about many different things.
How does this affect your confidence then?
I think when you become too self-conscious, I think most of the time the feedback is negative, and I only focus on the negative too, and it makes me also pretty insecure actually. Yeah. Maybe when they were younger, especially middle school and elementary school or something, because I think that's the age we're building our character.
Sure.
If they tell them advice that's useful, maybe you need to package it in a way that's not so. Don't make it seem like just an insult, but rather like an advice. I think that'll help.
There was this one-liner my dad gave me, and it really stuck with me throughout the years.
Yes, what's that?
Well, I was talking to my cousins about intelligence tests. His dad took him to somewhere to get his intelligence level tested. I was like, hey, I've never done that. Why haven't I done that? I went back and I asked my father, and he told me, I was afraid you'd be disappointed.
When was this?
When I was 13, 14.
And how has this affected you?
I tried not to think about it. And he said he didn't want it to define who I was.
It's very possible that if you took an intelligence test, you would score rather well. But as a young person, we don't want this number or this test to define our image of ourselves.
Yes.
Right? So if you get an IQ test and you score higher than, let's say, 130, basically you are quite gifted. And this becomes the way that you think about yourself. Well, I'm gifted, so I deserve this. So I should get this. So my results should be this. And then that's the lens that you see everything in life through. That's a little bit dangerous.
Yes. There was this instance where when I was in my room, my father came. He tried to put his phone on my table. As a stop. Because he uses his cell phone while he's in the washroom.
But many people do.
Want to be sanitary. And he says that it's very selfish for me to think this way. So since that, I often think, is it selfish to be sanitary? Every time I wash my hands, I think maybe I'm being selfish by washing my hands. Should I not wash my hand for the greater good of humankind?
So how has this affected your actual behavior then?
It didn't, but it makes me think, makes me ponder.
So this is an actual thought that will pop up into your head now.
Maybe not as dramatic as I described it, but I would examine myself to see if I've been selfish by keeping my rules.